Hello, Israel. Thanks for reaching out about potential services with Symphony Advertising. And I see that you're interested in the Prelude package. So what I'm going to do, I would probably recommend that to begin with anyways. What I'm going to do real quick is just walk you through the process, the pricing, and a quick audit about what I think we can do in order to help you get more leads. And so, I think the first thing we can do is revamp your website. From an aesthetic point of view, your website looks fine. I think it's a good job with the layout and all that. But for SEO purposes, it's almost non-existent. So there's not enough content. For example, the services should all be its own. So cabinets in, I think you said Southern California. So like each page would be a keyword basically. So if somebody looked up like kitchen remodeling company in Southern California, I think that's what you said. Yes. Here's where we would want to appear for that specific keyword, but you might have more, right? Like you might also do Long Beach. So we'll create content for that. And this is essentially what we do. We'll put you on the local service ads if possible. They don't always allow us to do that. We'll do your Google Map listing as well as managing it for you. I couldn't find one. So if you don't have one, we definitely need to create one. It's like low-hanging fruit. If they're near you and you have some reviews, it's filled out, and we put constant posts on there every week, you'll appear. So this is like it's a must-have. And then the organic listings, of course. And so we cover all three of those. The only one that's not showing up right now is the ad, which is right here, the Google ads. And so this one's paid, this one's paid, and even some of these can be paid when we add it as an extension, but putting that up there is going to be really good. And then we just do a radius, right? We do a radius, or we pick the specific counties or cities, or we do like 20 to 25 mile radius, depending on how far you service. And that's primarily how we get traffic to your site. But then when they go to the site, it needs to answer a couple things, right? It needs to answer what you do, where you do it, and how they can contact you. So right now, again, we could just revamp it. We can make this site just at a glance, really understand what to do. So kitchens by looking, that's great. But something like, we build custom kitchens for your home in Southern California. Something like that is just going to be like, okay, I get it. And then we'll have two buttons. One's going to be request a form or request a quote. And one's going to be a call now for a consultation. Something like that. But then immediately, boom, you know what people want. Creating a logo, like this says kitchen renovations, but it's looking here. We want it to match. We want it to be uniform. Vice versa, we would reconstruct the layout to really showcase the online showroom, because your type of business is very visual. So like if I see this, I'm like, that's nice. If I see this, I'm like, that's nice. So on and so forth. But if I have to kind of dig in to get there, the more clicks people have to do, the harder it is for somebody to contact you. And so we're just going to redesign the entire site so that it's at a glance, and every move they make is one step closer to contacting you. And even this is call now, and this is the phone number. It's redundant. So we can really vastly improve that. The other thing is, again, I couldn't find your Google profile page. That's something we would want to do. We would post on it once a week. This, I believe, is you. I was just seeing, like, how can I find stuff? And I will say also, if you have social media, like you may or you may not, I'm not sure. But again, because your business is very visual, we're going to need to have social media. Whether you get and this doesn't work. Whether you get social media with us, so it's a $150 add-on, I would highly, highly recommend it, even if at its basic level. If we post 3 times a week on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, to be honest, and just show before and afters or happy customers, happy kitchens, it makes a huge difference, because all we're doing is answering the question, why should I contact Kitchen Lookin'? And social media does that. So you mentioned you have a $1,500 to $2,000 a month on Google Ads. I think that's a great budget to start with, especially if it's something you're comfortable with. But I would probably split it like 80-20, 80% going to Google and 20% going to Meta ads. Again, it's visual. And then the 1-2 punch of, okay, they see it on Google. They see it on Facebook and Instagram, and then they're like, well, let me see about this company. They're going to Google it. They're going to find your listing. It all works together. And so in a nutshell, that is what we would do for you. We do work with a lot of contractor businesses. more like construction, roofing, flooring, concrete, not necessarily specifically kitchen, but it is something that we can find success in because it's the same process. What do we want to happen? Kitchen contractor in Houston. I'm in Houston, right? So if I do that, we want this to pop up, we want the ads to pop up, we want the listing to pop up, and we want the organic to pop up. And then in addition to that, because when people are doing their research just to go through the customer journey, they're probably going to be like, oh, well, let me see their Facebook. And then the other way around, if they see it on Facebook, they're going to be like, well, let me see your website. And then, you know, we want to see some images. Perfect. Just stuff to be like, okay, it checks the box. Anyways, just wanted to send this to you. It is, let me go over the package quick. As you saw, it's $500 a month, cancel anytime. Of course, we're updating it while I'm doing this live. It's $500 a month. 1 second. Here I have some screenshots. So yeah, it's $500 a month. We build the website. It's included. If you want like a custom site, meaning you don't use one of our templates, then we do have to put a fee of $1,500. For the most part, the templated sites are like, they become your own, so it's usually never a problem. We host and maintain your website for you, so if you have changes, you know, change prices, add anything, any promotions, we do that for you. Google Analytics, Google Search Console, that's how we keep track of the website in progress. Monthly local SEO, so that's building the on-page optimization so that you rank better for your area. 1 monthly blog, this is for local SEO purposes. Google profile management and weekly Google profile posting. So again, we just want to do what Google is telling us. That we want to play nice. Oh, you want us to post on the Google profile every now and then? We'll do that once a week, and then we'll be bumped up because we're playing nicely with them. Budget up to $2,000, so that seems to be where you're at. Data account manager, so it's me. It's a project manager who handles the website process, and then we have an ad specialist who supports me in the ads process. So we're a small team of 3, and then we have a social media add-on, which I would recommend because if you aren't able to do it, then we can handle this for you. It's super simple. You send us some photos, we post, we make captions, we add hashtags. But the biggest thing is that when someone goes in there and they see work, it checks that box off for them. And also, what was it? Oh, it makes it easier for us to boost stuff. So out of this $1,500, $2,000, we can put a small portion, let's say $250, to promote it on Instagram. I think for your type of business, it's highly, highly, highly encouraged. And then this would be like the next step. Once we get there, the biggest thing is just the organic content is more customized. So we wouldn't just post. We would follow trends on TikTok. We would use sounds. We would do like the little memes that they have. So it's just taking the social media a pretty big step up. The rest is roughly the same, except the budget is higher. And we do a little bit more customization with the landing pages, with, if you need graphic design, if you need email marketing. And so I definitely would recommend to start off with this. And so I will send this over to you. We can schedule a time to talk in more detail. Or if this is good and you just have any questions, feel free to text them over. Process is super simple. If and when you want to move forward, I just send the invoice. Once it's paid, we get started. So thanks so much for reaching out, and I hope to hear from you soon.